Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever. So I've been wanting to cast some Isen because this guy is a legendary Supreme Commander player who has returned recently. He's playing on ladder. You can see he's rating 1765, so he's a bit... Well, he's many years out of practice. I don't think he... I think he may have already have stopped playing by the time I started, so that's quite a number of years of rust that have built up. So let's see, he's playing against Silent Noob, who is a German player, I believe. I've played him many times. Very good player. And yeah, the map is something I haven't played. I have not played Polar Depression made by Platinum or Platinumizer or some variation of that. 10x10 map. The first thing, I did look at this map before because I'm on the ladder team that rates maps, and the first thing I thought was, why do we start here? I mean, if you're building a castle in the 1200s, would you build it down here, or would you maybe build it on top of the massive hill? So the first thing I thought was you should spawn on the hill, just for, I mean, just aesthetically it looks wrong to start here, but I don't know honestly what effect that has on the gameplay overall, whether it's better or worse. Just aesthetically though, that was my first thought. Other than that, well, I think we have quite a lot of mass. I think this is really interesting, this 3 hydras in the corner. That's pretty nice. Who doesn't like hydras? And there's none anywhere else in the map, just in these opposite corners. There's quite a lot of mass. This expansion here looks very vulnerable, difficult to maybe hold early on. There's a lot of mass extractors, quite a few in the back of the base here, so you could definitely get some teching. Quite a lot of mass in the middle as well. Some reclaim. The reclaim isn't crazy, but it is, you know, pretty significant. You definitely in the middle it's going to be good because there's no trees in the way. We got some tree groups here, not going to have a big impact. Some reclaim at the back as well. So this back corner seems to be the main point of expansion for both players. And there's a flare here. And over here, yeah, we have an Aurora defending, so that's good from both players. Isen, the heavy lab play. 4 labs, and here comes the scout from his second air. It's going to help his labs as well. Unfortunately, he's been spotted already. These 2 labs in trouble, and his air scout gets one tapped. And this engineer is not going to survive, and likely the other one expanding to the left as well will die. Over here, oh, we've already lost one engineer. He can't lose both. He may do. Okay. It's quite important that Isen kept that alive there. That would have been really painful because he almost had the hydro complete. It would have taken a while with just the mantis to build it. They only have a single build power. Why do they have build power? Well, because Cybern. That bomber gets killed without doing anything. So not great in the air for Isen so far. Elsewhere though, decent. Couple of NG kills, lost one, kept one here. His other labs, I think that's probably a dead lab there. And he has 1 remaining, which could potentially get a kill. But now we have a bomber from Silent after he killed Isen's bomber. He kept his air around, took out the Inti that came out, and is building his own bomber. Here it comes. Good airplay from Silent, and the lab finally dies. Not sure where these interceptors are going, but Isen looks like he's gonna waste his... Oh no, he's not. He's getting some free shots, so this is actually very good. Oh my god, what a waste. Here, will he get another? Well, he's out of range. Bomber coming. Isen's ready. He must have seen it fly over the mechs, so that's a bit of a mistake there to fly over the mass extractor. And this bomber's not going to kill anything. Oh, it gets the turn, and it drops, but actually the engineer auto dodges by stopping to build the mechs, which then gets destroyed, and then he just leaves. Fair enough. Isen looks like he will expand faster to the left, and Silent will expand to his right. Could give him a little advantage. Both ACUs heading to the middle. Unsurprisingly, you're directly across from your opponent. If you send your ACU either way, you're giving up, well, potentially a lot of control in the middle. Reclaim some mexes and making your ACU potentially more vulnerable. And your base as well, so I think going straight into the middle with the ACU is pretty sensible. Taking a detour to defend this base, so probably not going to work too well for you. There's a lot of engineers here, I like this, but they're not being defended, so he's going to lose one, but only one, it seems. PD going up. Factory is required here. You definitely want to get a factory here. I would also get a factory down here as well. I think that would be a good move. Send extra engineers after the initial expanding ones, perhaps. Definitely would like... Well, we need some faster expansion here. There's some mexes going that are just free for the taking. But overall, looks pretty good from Isen. He has a bomber out now, but still no air control. He had... Well, actually, no. Inties are quite even, but... Oh, actually, yeah. This could be good for Isen. Could be. Here come all the rest of his reinforcements, and they might be able to win the battle. The bomber... As the bomber starts dropping into thin air because the PD is taken care of. This little attack. Not great targets for the bomber here. This engineer would be a lovely target. This one need a bit of micro because the Aurora are not too dangerous. More so, you want to do economic damage on those engineers. Deny mexes. Make sure there's no factories going up in the left, which will make it vulnerable to raiding later on. We already have a T2 mex. Not sure I would go for a fast T2 mex on this map because you can see neither player has finished expanding. So having a T2 mex already, can it be bad? I don't think it's a terrible decision. But it probably wouldn't be my go-to. But I think actually, yeah, well, yeah. I think that's about right. Wouldn't be my go-to. A couple more engineers sent here would be nice. Get this reclaim. Get the third hydrocarbon. I mean, you barely... Do you even have to make B-gens when you have 3 hydros next to you? Not many, I suppose. T2 land. Good stuff. I like it. Quite a bit of T1 land factories here in the base. No T2 mexes. Energy storage coming. And... Oh, a gun upgrade on this Aeon Commander. I didn't even mention, I think, that it's Aeon versus Cybern, but I'm pretty sure everyone can see that by now. That's an ambitious run by here. The scouts are unfortunately ahead. So if they die, it's gonna be really bad. But there are not enough mantis, although they are getting into range. But as they do, they die very quickly. Yeah, not even close. What a crush. What a crush. Now hopefully we don't see more and more mantis or Aurora fall into this auto gun. 7 kills already. That's a bit much. A lot of tanks here, and they could be attacking. You can see some raiding happened or failed. Isen is walking towards the commander, which already has the gun. He's now taking damage from the artillery. Please, Isen, you're taking insane damage. Down to 6,800, 6,300, 5,600, 5k. Holy fuck. No, it's under 4k. Oh, he's moving. He needs to keep dodging though. Look, he's gonna get pinged. Oh, if he just gets chased, he dies. These tanks are enough. The Aurora. But Silent is thinking about his gun. And that was... Oh, okay. Things are happening now. So we have that raid that just came past here. The ambitious raid of the Aurora. It's crushing the entire bottom left corner. This expansion, although there is 17 engineers sent here, and they built a PD, and they've built 2 factories, they don't have the mexes. In the middle, well, on the right, we have 1 PD, which cannot possibly defend against all these Mantis. Isen should run on top of it, kill it quick, and then destroy all of the right-hand side. In the middle, however, he has no tanks. He has a 4,000 HP unupgraded commander versus double gun com from Aeon and a whole bunch of Aurora, probably 30 Aurora there, and artillery, 40 Aurora, and just 4 artillery, but that's okay. And this expansion is left alone. You need to make the absolute most of this raid here. These Mantis are pure gold. Take a couple of them, go here, a couple of them go here. Definitely take out these mexes on the way. But still, he's going to do a lot of damage. It's the speedy. Well, it's close, but that is not happening. And Isen probably is not thinking about microing this raid perfectly because there's a double gun coming directly towards his base. A T2 PD coming up. What's his... Oh, his mass situation is bad. And therefore, well, we can thank some of this stuff for that. And so this is not building very quickly at all. Minus 55 mass. Definitely want to pause. Probably these factories in the extremities, they're not as important anymore. Maybe send some raid. And then just send everything right here. He is trying to deal with these raids here. But this looks extremely bad. How can he stop this commander? Oh, the PD is finished. And goes to work on those Aurora. Batch of units come out of the factories. A couple of T2 tanks are in the area that's heading this way. The PD is still alive. Look how much damage it's done. Very impressive amount of damage before it goes down. And actually means that Silent has no units in support of him. Did he stop sending reinforcements this way? He did. You can see his reinforcements were heading to the right. They're heading to this bottom corner. So this raid had quite a significant impact on this attack. It's kind of funny. Because you can see every single reinforcing unit went this way. Rather than supporting the commander, which was pushing the base. So now Isen gets to take some reclaim. Unfortunately for him though, Silent has a lot of mass. He has good map control, and now there's counterattack coming on the right side. Silent though is actually under a lot of pressure, a lot more than I thought. He has no power for overcharge. Why does he have no power for overcharge? Only 590 income. Oh, he lost 300 income on those hydrocarbons. Of course. So he's just taking insane damage from the Rhino especially. He's doing a lot of work. The Mantis are dying. He's not getting very many. Oh, bomber as well. He's not getting very many vets at all. He's down to 3,000. Now taking out the Rhino and trying to overcharge it, but it's almost dead anyway, so it's sort of a bad overcharge. And now his units are here. Surely he doesn't die. 1,300 Are there bombers? Bombers? No? Oh, there are. There are bombers. That one's not landing. 1500. Yeah, bomber isn't going to finish him now. And Isen. Well, I think both players let an ACU kill slip away here already in this game. That's a dead T2 factory. Why has he done that? He didn't. Yeah, I feel like he definitely killed that on purpose. A lack of mass perhaps, but now he's lacking power big time. Again, no hydros. No hydros. That is both players' downfall so far. The hydro give it and the hydro take it away. So this raid gonna be dealt with. No radar here. That was likely a radar. Perhaps it got sniped. And now there's just a meat grinder in the middle, which does not look like a good plan at all. This looks terrible for Isen here. He's sending so many units in against superior force. He just drips and drabs. Drips and drabs. There's an obsidian which hasn't even lost its shield yet. So all these Aurora you can see getting close to their vet levels, and a lot of mass left here. It's 9k on the screen here. Most of it in a good place for Silent to take, and he has a forward factory. He has a radar. Oh, not T2. It looks like it's ready to go. T2. And still, the hydros aren't finished. The engineers aren't building them. Also, there's only one building this. That's kind of a really painful mistake, actually. He needs this power. And he has some idle NGs. Like, factory, please. Gotta have a factory down here. But then he does have 3 here. I think we need a bit more aggression. Definitely need a bit more vision. But it looks sort of bad for Isen now. If we look at his force, that's 4,000 massive units. 5,000 for... Neither player really... Well, I feel like we could have seen quite a bit more T2 by this stage. T2 land, that is. That's a strange place to put a power generator. It's just so far from the base. But yeah, let's see what happens. Looks like Silent wants some more. He wants to go back. I don't know if that's a good decision, but we shall find out. He's accidentally building Aurora out of his T2 land HQ. Oh, shields. Good. Yes. This is something we need Aeon players to react to, is the shield change from the last patch. Look at this. Only 35 power in terms of maintenance. They are more expensive in mass, but this maintenance cost means you can make quite a few more of them. And they are obviously extremely good with Aeon units, because many Aeon units have lower health. Obviously Obsidians don't, but Aurora, obviously the lowest health T1 tank. Shield's gonna help them a huge amount. Makes them really nice in the T2 stage. As long as you micro a little bit, keep your shields in the right place. Also, shields with Harbingers are an absolute necessity. So, looks like Silent is retreating again. He's way too low on HP. He needs to get a shield on his commander, in my view. Or even Chrono. Although Chrono isn't necessary. Chrono or shield. Either one is good. Oh, T2 max here. And there's an Obsidian heading towards it. And some Aurora. This is... Like, how does this get through? That is such a nasty raid. That would really annoy me. If I was Isen and this cut through right at my T2 max, that would be frustrating for sure. As long as Silent actually targets it. Looks like he's not targeting it right now. He's just running past. Oh, micro. He microed and now he has seen. Or not. Come on, do it. There we go. The Obsidian gets the killing blow. Good stuff. Oh, nice raid on the right here. This PD from the beginning of the game. Back when this raid ran through the whole right corner. Still alive. Mex is going down. There's still 2 rhinos left in decent health. But they will be stopped by PD. And there's 3 PDs planned here. That'll be plenty. If we look at T2 Mexes, there's a lot of T2 Mex on the left here. Very exposed, honestly. But he has good vision across the left side, so he will have plenty of time to react if an attack does come from this side. So I guess they're not that exposed. These ones, however, oh, they're very exposed. I mean, you can see there's almost no units here. He won't have much time to react if an attack comes here. But I guess with all this pressure in the middle, maybe he's counting on there not being a surplus of units to attack that side. But there very well could be. I think both players, they're very focused on land. And I would be interested in some T2 air for sure. And now actually Isen knows there's upgraded mechs on the left here, so perhaps we will see an attack over here. But again, he has so few T2 units. Really doesn't have many. This is not the way to use them either. I would not be sending my... Yeah, this is a wasteful here for sure. Silent, look at that mid control. Really strong. He has T2 PDs in the middle to fall back to. He feels like he has this game in the bag. Oh, T3. T3 land complete. Harbs coming out. Way too much mass in the bank. But that's a good problem to have in this scenario. Isen now also on T3. And I would be making some Loyas and then go raid. You gotta do damage on the left, and you can see that's where the damage is there to be done. There is still the question of this very annoying and powerful Aeon ACU supported by some tanks. Not a huge army here, but we got shields, which are going to be a big help. Some obsidians. So I don't think you can push into that, and I don't think Silent can really afford to push in this way either, so you sort of gotta just let him have the mid control, focus on the sides, in my opinion. Get some trebs, a couple of trebs maybe. That would really be very annoying for the Aeon player. Oh, it looks like we have a nice raid here. Doesn't even need the obsidians, or not the obsidians, the harbs. Just needs a lot of Medusa. Looks like we have an attack here. I don't know if this is a good idea for Isen, but actually, yeah, there's not much reclaim to grab here, and he does retreat. The ACU not in too much trouble. All those T2 mexes go down. And you can see there what I mean. These are far more exposed than this. If the attack came and these were T1, nothing would be lost. The Harbs would be easily in time to defend all the back mexes, but not in time to defend this. And so that is 3 T2 mexes cheaply lost, but counterattack is definitely coming. Harbs units here probably are going to stay with the ACU, because there is some cyber incursion happening. PDs are not defended, and so they will go down without doing very much damage. But now he's running into Harbs, and the ACU is back. And there's not much bite to this army. There's mostly T1. There is the odd Loya, some rhinos, but that constitutes mass donation if he continues. And an air loss as well for Isen, just to make matters worse. I think TML TML would have been really nice. He could have killed this. Let's see the range actually. If we can find T2 NG. Where is the T2 NGs? Where are the T2 NGs? Oh! Oh no! Do it. I love that. Left side gets crushed now. Harbs are here. They have a shield. Right, where's the engineer? Does the ACU? He doesn't have one. The ACU doesn't have T2 either. Is there no T2P gen, actually? Well, that's... Well, I guess he has three Hydros. Again, another attack, but I still think this cannot possibly work. Doesn't look good. And actually, Silent is making T3 mexes. This is... And he's making T3 air, he has T3P gen. So yeah, it looks very, very over for Isen, unfortunately. Yeah, let's see the TML range then. So let's see, what can we hit? Oh yeah, look at that. You don't even have to be far up at all. Put one nicely adjacent to a mex here. You can take out this expansion. If he goes a bit further, you can see, oh, right here. That would be nice. Could hit the base, could hit this mex, this stuff here. Maybe even these. So yeah, TML definitely has a lot of potential here on this map. Rhino versus PD and Engineer. Rhino is going to lose. Now in the middle, only the first shield, quite a few harbs. The shields have gone. The mobile shields, I mean. Harbs coming into the back of the base. Ouch. This corner completely vulnerable. The trebs are very nice, but maybe he needed them a little sooner. And well, by the T3 stage, Isen was already in quite a bit of trouble, I think. And now the economy advantage is really too much to overcome, even with a serious... Oh no, not a lack of build power. I didn't see these. So we do have build power. Never mind. And now we have a strap bomber on the way. Now that will surely end the game. Two harbs on the left can do all kinds of damage. The couple harbs on the right would do amazingly as well. I think I would be walking all the way back to my base right now. Just leave. And now he's actually dropped his shield, and the shield's on all of his units because he is stalling power making this strap bomber. He pauses the factory to regain his shield. The power, well, the difficulty of playing Aeon shown there. Power stall can be brutal, but there were no units really, not enough anyway, only a few in the area, so no harm done really with that power stall. Although you can see it can be extremely devastating. It could cost you your army. It could cost you your ACU. And now I think Isen will be giving up, I think, once this strap bomber lands, because you can see his economy is so much weaker. He's less than half, well, maybe a third of the eco of Silent now, who is just ecoing everywhere like mad. Here comes the strat. Going after what exactly? Strange target there. Or maybe there's a T3 engineer here or something. But not really sure what that was about. Now he's going for mexes. He could probably even strap bomb the T3 land HQ. Could strap bomb these, that would be an amazing target. Oh, Isen doing a lot of damage to the ACU, and actually Silent down into the yellow, 8,000. But there's now 2 strats out. Isen calls GG. And that's that. Now, unfortunately, said I wanted to cast Isen and cast a game of him losing. That's sad. But we did cast Isen. And I will cast him again, no doubt. Now another player I'll have to cast is Armageddon, who's also back, and I believe Isen and Armageddon are actually brothers. Armageddon stars in a very famous Guile cast of the Imba Cup, I believe. Imba Cup finals. That may have been against Lujan or Luxie, the French player. So I think I'll have to cast some Arma, see what he gets up to. And hopefully these guys get back to the very top. But right now, they still have some rust on them to be brushed off. But yeah, well played. Both these players. Great to have Isen back. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I will talk to you very soon.